Life isn't fair at all. At all. So what are you gonna do about it? I knew that no one was coming back to help me. No one was gonna miracle me to be somebody special. All my situations were on me now, and solely on me.
Everybody has that voice in their head that says, hey, could you really do this? Is it gonna happen? Somebody blows a whistle and says, all right, come on, you don't belong here, get out of here, we're taking you back. That's not the way it is. If you believe it, if you really believe that you could be something, if you have that little voice in your head saying, hey, you got talent, you could do this, then follow that voice.
There's a payoff for bad eventually. There's a payoff. It can't be bad but for so long. If you got the strength and the understanding to realize that, it will change. It will change. It's impossible.
If everybody who's like at the bottom and feels like they have nothing going for them, reframe that as I have nothing going for me, which also means that I have nothing to lose by taking action, it makes you a much more dangerous person. And I think that was the flip that I've had repeatedly shown to me in my life that allowed me to take the step that I was afraid to take.
Son, don't worry, you're gonna do it, you're gonna make it. Because if they don't have the will to do it, don't worry, they'll quit.
Who are you? Who are you? The foundation that you build yourself on, your looks or your money or your family or your friends, have all left you at that point, haven't they? What's left? Just you, mano to mano. Who's talking inside? Is there anything left? You're at the bottom of the barrel, no place to go but up. That's the voice that carries your weak ass, pathetic ass that everyone said goodbye to and left. You get the up on the intestinal fortitude, stand back up in a cloudy day until the sun comes out. That is your finest hour. That's the positive confidence of pride, not the negative confidence of ego.
Do the self-work. Do the self-work. Emotionally, mentally, physically, do the self-work. Make the money. Become the greater human. Be the savage. Be the servant. Become human being. And kill your inner human animal. Get outside, connect, create, explore, find and win your financial freedom. Become a stoic warrior. Get lean and jacked. Become battle ready, the battle for life. Raise good children. Make better decisions. Understand that you are in charge of your choices. You control your choices, your effort, and your attitude in life. Those are the three things that you can control without doubt. Everything else around you can go wrong, but you can control your choices, your effort, and your attitude.
The more you focus on what is going right in your life, you're gonna keep finding more things that are going right, and you're gonna keep finding more things to be grateful for. As much as you possibly can, focus on what is going right. And the things that are going wrong will dissipate. I literally promise.
Just fall in love with the grind. And one thing I would say is, you know what you wanna be. You know how you gotta get there. You may think that the beginning process is the hardest parts to get to where you gotta go. I'm here to tell you, the beginner process is the most legendary part of your story. Life is a documentary, make it worth it.
A lot of people completely their entire lives up by thinking that their success is the result of them, when in reality, it's not the result of them, it's the result of the actions that the previous version of them have taken, which have produced this reality. So now you're in a reality of comfort. You've got some money in the bank, you're pretty fit, things are going well, and then you stop. You stop doing the things that hungry person did. You stop doing the things that fat person did to get in shape. You stop doing the things that broke person did to fix that problem, and then what happens? The problems start to happen again.
I made this person. I made this person by diving into the insecurities that life gave me. Because now they're yours. They're yours to own. If you're not smart, call yourself dumb. It's okay, because you are. But take that not as you putting yourself down. If you're fat, call yourself fat. I used to be 300 pounds. We want to talk so soft to ourselves. We're looking for that recovery day. And that recovery day is everything in your life. Everything in your life is a recovery day. We're looking for it. It's not coming. It's not coming. Get over that recovery day. And that's the mentality I took with me.
This is what hard feels like. Did you expect it not to be hard? Did you expect this thing that you're trying to achieve not to be difficult? Every other person feels the exact same way. They also feel the hunger. They also feel the fatigue. They also feel double-digit testosterone level and the lack of motivation and the I've got to keep the business going and I've got to keep the relationship steady and I've got to do the rest of it. Every other person that you're competing with also feels this. So when you feel that, know that this is your opportunity to separate yourself out from the pack, right? It's not a personal curse that's been bestowed on you because you are somehow deficient or worthy of being besmirched with this difficult situation. This is the selection criteria of why most people can't do it and why most people quit.
Just try. All you gotta do is try, and don't stop trying until something works out. If all you ever do is go out there and try over and over and over again, and each time trying to do something better, it's going to work out. It's just going to work out. All of the people that have figured something out in their life and succeeded at anything, all they did was try and try and try and didn't stop until something worked. And then once that thing worked, they went all in on that thing, trying to do that thing at the absolute highest level. The only reason you're getting nowhere is because you're not trying. Go out, something up, figure out what you up, try again, and don't it up. And if you just commit to that process, you will win.
If anything, if I look back, I always answer the question, what would you do different? I wish I would have taken more risk and failed more. And I'm still trying to challenge myself to that today. But we have this relationship with failure. It's like an embarrassing thing to do instead of shaking hands and going, no, failure will happen. And if it doesn't happen, you're probably not taking enough risks or you're not getting out of your comfort zone. So no, failure is part of the successful path. It's necessary.
The more you fail, the more likely you are to succeed. The less you fail, the less likely you are to succeed. Peter Drucker says you would never hire a person who has not had some major failures in life because they haven't learned anything. So the key is, if you want to be successful, don't be afraid of failure. Failure makes you strong. There's an old saying that what doesn't kill me makes me stronger. Failure has made you strong. Failure has developed your character. There's an old saying that the north wind made the Vikings. The cold of the north wind coming out of the north that they had to row against made them the most formidable fighting force in the world. It's failure that makes us strong, but it's the fear of failure that kills us. And the way that you deal with the fear of failure is once you've decided what your dreams are and what you want to do, act as if it were impossible to fail. Imagine it were impossible to fail. Say, by gum, I can do that, and start to think of all the benefits of achieving that goal, and then act boldly. Confront your fears. Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain.
The confidence comes from preparation. So when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before, right? So when I prepare, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing, right? And so in those moments, if it looks like I'm ice cold or not nervous, it's because I've done it thousands of times before. And so what's one more time?
If they can do it, I can do it. And that's the mentality. If somebody else can do it, you can do it. And I said to myself, I will do it and I will do it better. When I was young, I had a lot of people telling me, you have to adjust to the other ones. You have to be like the other ones. I was listening, but I wasn't always following. I did my own thing. I kept doing my own thing and I believed in myself. They judge you even before you come and they don't even know you. And that was outside the pitch and inside the pitch. But I kept going and it brought me where I am today.
No one believed in me. I believed in myself. A lot of people come up here and speak about motivation and pushing yourself, and they're not doing it. They're not waking up every single day. They have a canned speech they go off and they tell you about what to do, how to do it. Wake up every morning, make your bed, take a cold shower. I'm telling you right now, you have to be that person that leads from the front.
Everyone does a few reps. No one goes the extra mile and keeps going. Like no one's in here right now. Why? Because it's Saturday evening, everyone's going to party, no one's in here, just me. No one goes the extra mile. The thing about traffic jams, guys, there are no traffic jams in the last mile of the race. It's just you and your shadow. In the beginning, everybody's there. All the pretenders and the contenders, they're all there. But the last yard of life, the last mile of the journey, ain't nobody but you and your shadow. Traffic jams don't exist that far, because everyone else has already given up. That's what I like too, the mental concept I'm going that far. I love the physical high of the burn being released. I love the mental high that has improved myself. I love the mentality that I'm defeating my competitors silently where they don't even know it. They're out partying. I'm out here getting ahead.
Now, the latest research in neuroscience says you can change your brain just by thinking. So then, as you begin to think about a new possibility, and your brain begins to fire in new sequences and new patterns and new combinations, and you begin to plan your behaviors, and you begin to review in your mind, mentally rehearse who you're going to be in your life, the mere action of mental rehearsal begins to install the neurological circuits in your brain. Now your brain is no longer a record of the past. Now it's in fact a map to the future.
All the frivolous things of life start to float away. I used to tell people lies so they would like me, because I was so insecure. When you start to build yourself up and start to have the one thing that we don't have is confidence.
Yep.
Real, authentic confidence from hard work. Everything else goes away. You no longer look to other people for your self-esteem.
Validation.
That's right. You now know. I walk in a room now and I know the hours and years and decades I put into David Goggins. It's not on the wall. It's not a trophy on the wall. It's not a medal around your neck. It is actually a feeling in your heart. And people go, why don't you ever smile? I don't have to.
If you don't see what I do every single day, then I can't pay attention to what you say about me every single day. You don't know what time I wake up. You don't know how often I train. You don't know what I put my body through. You only see the finished product. So, I mean, you have that right to judge if I miss the game-winning shot in Game 7 against Boston. But it's like I've made that 1,000 times. I'm allowed to make a mistake. And I think that's what the world gets like kind of confused about, is like, we're human like everybody else. We make mistakes. That's what I focus on. Like, I really don't pay attention to that outside noise, because my circle's so small, and they're gonna tell me the truth at all times. When I'm not being myself, those are the individuals that I listen to more than anything. So I don't really pay attention to it. I know who I am. I know how different I am, and that's okay. And I'm accepted by mine.
And it wasn't until I started to build my own confidence by stacking an undeniable amount of proof and evidence that I'm a champion. And the only way you can stack an undeniable amount of proof and evidence that you're a champion is that you stack big wins, little wins, medium-sized wins, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade. That is the only time that you will begin to silence your inner bitch, that negative critic within you who tells you you can't, who doubts you, who says you're not made for this. You can absolutely silence your inner critic. You can absolutely silence the devil within. But the only way that happens is by stacking an undeniable level of evidence that you have kept your promises to yourself, that you will start something and you will finish it. That is the only time that you become the 2.0 level version of yourself.
Most people think about Thursday night happy hour, Friday night with the boys, what we're going to do this weekend. And so they continuously think about that, and that's what they continuously get in their life, over and over and over, right? If the universe actually does create your life, okay, how can it know what to create if you don't intentionally create it? It's going to continue to give you more of what you're thinking about at the time. If you audit yourself right now and you look at your life and then you're honest and you say, okay, well, what do I concentrate on? What do I fixate on? What are my thought processes? And you can become aware enough to be honest with yourself about where it is you spend your time visualizing. Even if you're not intentionally visualizing, you'll realize that your life is a direct reflection of the thoughts that you think. And so if we're honest with ourselves, that's the truth. Okay. And this is why so many people get caught up in this cycle of mediocrity. It's because all they think about is how hard they have it. If all you think about is how hard you have it, guess what the universe is going to give you? More hard shit.
Everything is your fault. If you get to the end of your life and it's not what you wanted it to be, and you didn't create the life that you wanted to, make the money that you wanted to, have the success, the love, the happiness, travel the places that you wanted to, whose fault would it be? And I said, it'd be my fault. And he said, if you did create the life that you wanted to, had the love, the happiness, the abundance, everything that you wanted, whose fault would that be? And I said, it'd be my fault. And he said, the problem with you is you're treating this life as if you're the victim. And what you need to realize that everything that happens to you is your fault, and that your life won't change until you decide that you want to be the CEO of your life.
There's consequences that you pay to constantly seeking comfort.
and avoiding discomfort and avoiding hard work. And those consequences are you're never going to feel self-realized, you're never going to feel like you accomplished anything, you're never going to have this feeling of understanding that difficulty and struggle and the ability to push through that is a muscle, and you develop that muscle by
Correct.
doing it. And once you do, you develop a lot of self-satisfaction, and you develop peace of mind, and you understand that you can overcome obstacles. If you don't have to overcome obstacles, you never know whether or not you can. Unless you are faced with actual adversity, you don't understand how you're going to feel and how you're going to react when you overcome that adversity.
You learn nothing from success. Nothing. You learn everything from the failures. And this is the thing that annoys me about the state that the world is in at the moment, is no one talks about failure anymore. It's like shame. Like, failure is shame, and it's like, oh, let's just bury that and not talk about it. No one goes, oh, what do we learn from this? Whereas with success, everyone shouts about it, but there's nothing in success. Success happens from failing hundreds of times, but it doesn't just happen overnight. You have to be rubbish, and you have to have people laugh at you, and you have to have people go, oh, come on, get a real job. No, this isn't really going to work. You have to, and you just have to have belief that eventually it is going to get better.
I promise you, if you can actually go through 100 days of rejection, your life will change. Because you will realize that at the end of the 100 days, you're still alive and nothing changed.
Do you know that the ability to confront the fear of failure and to overcome it and to move towards your fears rather than away from them is the one guarantor that you absolutely become unstoppable? If you do it over and over again, you develop the habit of courage. When you develop the habit of courage, eventually you find you're not afraid of anything. When you're not afraid of anything, your whole world opens up for you like a sunrise on the horizon. Everything becomes possible. You look around, a person says, what about this? What about that? I can do this. I can do that.
Who is going to stop you from materializing your dream? And guess what? Do you know how easy it is to set a business up? Do you know how easy it is to get a trademark? Do you know how easy it is to open up a bank account? Do you know how easy it is to get a passport? Do you know how easy it is to get a real ID? Do you know how easy that is? Nobody block you from doing them. So you mean to tell me, hold up, I could go on one of these sites and I could set up my whole business? I could just walk in the bank with 2 pieces of paper and say, here in my ID, and they could open up an account? I could go on social media and promote my products for free? I'm sure somebody's going to stop me. I'm sure somebody's going to say, no, the you're not, Wallow. You can't come home from prison and start. Who is going? Don't nobody care. Can't nobody stop me. Nobody is going to get in your way.
Everything I've ever done in my life, I didn't want to do. Everything, every day. I'm a lazy piece of shit. And I'm one of the hardest working people that ever stepped foot on this planet Earth. And I'm saying that very proudly because I know what I do. It's not cocky. I'll tell you I'm stupid. And I'll also tell you the exact opposite of what I've done. It's the truth.
Hey, bro, look, you wanna know the truth? You wanna know the truth about you? You're a victim to yourself. You're the same person that wakes up every single day and let your own voices destroy you. You let your own voices break you down. You let your own voices tear you down. Tell you that you're not worth it and you don't deserve it. Shut it off. You can be your own worst enemy if you let it. And I'm trying to tell you that you need to change your mentality because you can really self-destruct. You're not tired of waking up and being in your own way? You're the only person that can mess this up. No one's stopping you but you. But when you gonna wake up and realize that?
I think when it comes to desiring a life, looking at, okay, what is it that I want? You need to be very, very careful about what the process is in order to get the outcome that you want. Because if you want the outcome, but you're not prepared to live the life needed to get it, you're just asking for disappointment.
And what's the cost? Because to truly be great at something, you have to kind of almost abandon everything.
I've seen that in various ways, like in that kind of just empirical personal study. I haven't seen anybody who I think like qualifies for that who didn't also seem to be really suffering.
100%.
You know, and you're like, damn, you should be so happy. You're the greatest. And interviewers always go, how do you feel right now? And there's that sense that like either it's never finished or it's never enough or they can't enjoy it, and you have to be that thing.
You have to be that thing.
You know, like it's a kind of a burden too, in a way.
100%. Well, there's always a massive cost in personal relationships because there's no way you have the time for other things. And the obsession that you have to be the best at something, you have to abandon almost all your concern for everything else. You have to have this single-minded focus, and that comes with a cost for the rest of your life because you damage relationships, you feel like a piece of shit.
And you see that up close, and like, that's not admirable.
Right.
You don't give a about anybody else? No, I do. I just care about this more.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, so imagine that. You're making the sacrifices and it's causing injury to people and you know it. And you don't want to hurt them, but you can't help it. And you're getting rewarded for it. You know, it's complicated, yeah.
But it's just, we all grow from it. There's a fuel to watching greatness. There's a thing that hits you and lights you up. Where you want to do more, you want to be better, you want to, whatever it is that you can do, whatever it is you do, you become more, whether it's a great game, a winning touchdown, whether it's a great film, a great song. It lights you up. And it's the fuel that we all live off of, that consumes, that like we consume to make our culture move forward.